All right. So there on NewbieVeT, got a special guest. We got my dog, Big Giz. I said it right?
Big Giz.
Big Giz. Still destroyed it. The composition.
Yeah, Big Giz composition.
I nailed that right, though. That's
there
what's up, man. How you been doing, King?
Hey, man, pretty good, man. How about yourself, Mr.
Man,
DemiGod?
can't call it, man. Just staying busy and consistent, bro. That's the key, man. That's the key, man. So, man, I like the shirt, bro. Cool design. Who did the design for you?
Well, the design was done by my boy, Antron Dorsey. And I got the shirt made by my homeboy, Patrick Walker.
Yeah, let me show that little design real quick. Oh, yeah. Cool design. Yeah, I like that, man.
All I did was take the original design and then added hearts on it. I told him to put hearts on the eyes. And I appreciate him for getting that out to me and looking out for me.
Right.
I'm gonna fool with you some more, my boy.
Oh, most definitely. So first off, what made you come up with the name?
Well, it's a play off of my band name. I used to go by Gizmo, and when I was playing at Joe's.
Gizmo?
Yeah.
Why they call you Gizmo?
Well, I had a whole bunch of hair.
From
the Gremlins.
Yeah, from Gremlins.
Yeah. So I had a whole bunch of hair. I was short, and I had 3 options. They gave me 3. It was the Hamburglar,
damn,
Grimace, or Gizmo.
All of them fucked up. That's
Yeah. So we rolled with the Gizmo because it kind of had my little nickname inside ears and the end with the IZ because my name is Israel. So I said, man, I can roll with this Giz right there. So we're gonna rock that.
Right.
And then I dropped the MO when I got married because my wife was named Monique.
Oh.
And then so I'm big, so we put the big Giz on it, and I always had some kind of book in my hand taking notes ever since I was a little kid. So composition.
Yeah. So basically, when you did the composition with the notes, like when you roll in your note, you basically it's like a reminder, or you just
It's more than just that. It's man, I put my plans in this joint, and then I never really thought about it at the time, but it's almost like making a contract with yourself. You write down the things that you want to do, and then you kind of make a contract with yourself, and then you putting that thing in the physical manifestation and putting that jank out into the universe for real, and then you'll start to work towards it and take little small bites of it until you get it accomplished. These things that's going on with me now, it's been 10, 15, 20 years in the making.
That's what's up, man. That's dope. I like that concept, man. I like to ask artists about their names and stuff, just see where they come up, what made them come up with the concept. A lot of them be cool concept, and a lot of them just be, you just came up with some, okay, cool. So, where you originally from?
Right here, Augusta, Georgia, man.
Okay.
You're right down off of 9th Street, man. Right around the way. That's my area. I started off, we was on 10th Street. And then I moved away, went to S. McIntyre for a little while and went to Joe's and all that good stuff. Right surrounded between all the Grands and Sunset Villa, Gen Home, all that good stuff.
So you done been everywhere.
Well, here in Augusta, I done been
I'm talking a little bit everywhere around here.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, cool. What was the most area that you remember the most?
Downtown.
9th
Street area.
That was most your memory?
Mm-hmm. Okay. I kind of been there twice.
Okay.
Like my parents still down there.
Okay, so they still active down there.
Yeah, they still down there, man. Shoot, my mom, she worked in the neighborhood, and my dad, he retired, but he used to work in the neighborhood and stuff like that too. He was like a armored truck driver. My mom worked in the hospital.
Your dad's an armored truck driver?
Yeah. He used to take money around and stuff like that.
Oh, that's a dangerous job too, isn't it?
Yeah, it was.
Yeah. He ever had any issues doing that?
He had plenty of stories, but I don't think nobody really tried him. I was thankful for that. He came on home every time,
Right. Especially, the way these days, are now, man, because it's kind of, just murders. It's a lot of shootings, a lot of robberies, there's a lot of bad stuff going on in Augusta these past couple months and weeks. How you feel about all of the violence that's been going on now? Because I know you've been hearing about it.
Yeah.
But a lot of the violence, it's been going on for a while in Augusta, but it's like it's getting worse. So, what's your aspect on that?
It's sad, bro. To be honest with you, I kind of stay out of the way. I work all the time, just work on my music, stay to myself. And I don't really watch the news, but I hear everything just because, working you around older people that watch the news.
Yeah, it's hard to get away from it.
You can't get away from the news because you're going to hear it. You're going to hear it in passing some kind of way.
Yeah.
And shoot, by it being so close by and stuff like that, it might reach out and touch somebody that you know.
Yeah. I'm glad you said that, man, because, it is kind of hard it's 2022. It's kind of hard for you or anyone to like hide or try to keep something away from someone or a kid or just anything, because I think it's you rather explain why things are the way things are now instead of hiding it. Because like you said, you can't hide it because, if you're around people, you're going to be exposed to it.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? You're going to be exposed to it. So that's like with some parents be like, well, I don't want my child going to public school because public schools, they make the child toxic because they be around the influence of other kids that be in bad stuff. Because you got project kids, you got middle class kids, and you got uppity class kids mixed in together. But it's like the more popular kids be the ones from the streets. You know what I'm saying? And then you got your more uppity class, they mostly athletes or the baseball players, things like that. But do you feel like you can't hide anything anymore? Do you feel this?
Absolutely. Because whatever you don't teach your kids or the people close to you, they're gonna find it out when they go out into the world.
Right.
That's just a given. Like my little daughter right now, she's in daycare. And I know I don't teach her about certain kind of music, and the wife don't teach her certain things about different things that's going on. She still come back and she know it.
She knows it, right?
Because she got friends.
Right.
And they interact with each other and they learn from each other.
Right.
And then they gonna pick up from each other.
Right. So what are some things like? What is something that your daughter done? Like you were like, where you get that from?
Some dancing that I didn't approve of, and they learned. TikTok. She learned it from one of her friends, but we just talked with her and stuff like that, saying what's appropriate and what's not, and stuff like that, and try to get her to understand that we want you to be a certain kind of way and stuff like that, have a certain kind of mindset about some things. And she grew and she learned.
Yeah. So, all right. So, do you feel like as a parent, is that kind of hard to do as a parent sometimes? Because it's like, you don't want to, it's like, okay, like you said, a dancer. Like, I have a daughter. And like I was trying to explain to my daughter, it's like, okay, you my child, meaning that everything that you're thinking of, even though you're a girl, you still my child. You have my way of thinking. You know what I'm saying? So, it's like, you're an entertainer. My daughter likes to sing, dance, do music, all that other stuff. So if you check her Instagram out, she likes to dance, but she likes to dance a little provocative. A little too provocative for her age, to my point.
Yeah, absolutely.
And even the music. Like I told her, like, hey, I'm not trying to stop you from dancing. But there's some certain dances that I don't approve of. And the music, the soundtrack is damn sure that I don't approve of. Because I just felt like at some point, a kid still need to be a kid. Even though like you said, you can't hide them from everything, that doesn't give them the okay to do these certain things.
Yeah, you gotta know what's appropriate.
Right.
And what's gonna show the respect, Right. Cause when you go out in the world, you are the reflection of your parents.
Right.
So if you're a reflection of your parents, it's almost like you doing this stuff. It's almost like we giving you permission to do this stuff and allowing it to happen.
Right.
And messing up our legacy and our name.
Right. That's facts, bro. That's facts. Yeah, and like I said, that's real facts, man. And I had to really explain it to her. Like, I'm not, because some kids would feel like, well, you trying to stop me from dancing. You won't let me be an entertainer. Like my daughter did, she blocked me on Instagram where I couldn't see what she was doing on the gram. But a friend of mine was like, hey, your daughter, look at your daughter's page. And then I looked from his page. I haven't seen her page in a while. Like, I wonder why I ain't seen her page in a while. Cause she's an active Instagrammer, and I checked the page out. I'm like, oh, she had me unfriended or blocked where I couldn't see what she was doing. So, like you said, yeah, you gotta watch these kids though. You a lot of them. So
yes, sir.
We have to be on them. But that's a good thing, because if I was a parent that wasn't a part of that, I wouldn't catch none of that.
Yeah,
I wouldn't know.
So that means you almost gotta be tech savvy.
Facts. You gotta be tech savvy.
I'm teaching my mom how to do some stuff. She a pastor, and I told her before the pandemic ever hit, I don't know, we can say COVID and all that stuff on here. So before COVID happened, I was telling her, like, since you're a pastor, go ahead and hit this internet up and have your internet church. You know what I'm saying? So you can spread your word digitally, and you be able to get in marketing funnels and put your stuff out on different platforms and see how to play the game and stuff, and get better over time. Right. And she was against it. But then when the COVID hit, she ain't had no choice but to get on what I'm saying. She said, dang, son, you had told me this years ago, and then I had to turn around and do it. And she doing it faithfully now, being consistent. So I just want her to continue to grow on that, and what kind of way I can help her.
Right. So you getting into R&B, let's get into the music. So what got you into doing music for? Here's a 2-part question. What got you into doing music, and what made you choose to go R&B?
Actually, man, I do all genres, you know. But, you know, fooling with you the first time, you know, I came over with my boy JReal. Right. It was my role in that song was to do the hook and help out with who it was, Drina B. Yeah, Drina That's
B.
right. That's my girl right now. Shout out to you, Drina B. And I think the song was Maximize My Hustle.
Yeah, Maximize My Hustle.
Yeah, that was it. That was it right there. Yeah. And shoot, I think me and JReal have been rocking for a little while and getting our plans up, and that was like our second song at that time. Right. And that was my first time meeting you and Brian. Right. Which is Wide Load. That's my boy. Shout out to you, Wide Load.
So listen, all right, before we get into all that, how did you meet JReal? Because we got to start from, in order for people to understand the story, they got to, how you met JReal and TSP. Because they were TSP at that time. You met JReal. It was
just JReal.
It was just JReal at the time.
Yeah. It was just JReal at the time. Well, I had me and JReal crossed paths at my first job, and he worked there too. And he was in one area. I think they was putting together this floor team. We do floors and stuff like that. So shout out to the floor assassins, my boys. You know what I'm saying, back in the day. And so they had put me on the team. I guess it was supposed to be towards my downfall. And I got up with my boy JReal, and he showed me the ropes and put me in position to win. So during that time while we was doing the flows and stuff like that, I found out he do music, and I started let him hear some of the stuff that I had. And we started rocking together on it. We decided we're gonna take some of the little funny little stuff that I do and just try it out, try to make it happen. Right. So the first song I think was on City Lights, and then that second one was Maximize My Hustle with you.
Oh yeah. I love Maximize My Hustle.
Yeah, I need listening jank. That was my jank, boy. Yeah, they gave me the confidence to keep going. Cause I've been doing music, but I ain't never really was doing nothing with the voice. We was all instruments, you know. In the band, I played trumpet. Right. I played drums in middle school. Started out in the choir and stuff at church and all that stuff like that. But shoot, when I got with JReal, we started to do a little bit more with them vocals and stuff. I started to get in the pocket, like the instruments.
Well, that's what's up, man. That's what's up. So, I was talking to JReal the other day. He was like, you calling yourself the next? Not you calling yourself, but you want to follow in the footsteps of a Nate Dogg.
I mean, shoot, that's one of the plays I'm looking at. You
know, dope. Cause you don't really have one like that now.
Well, it's more of a convenience thing for me. Right. I looked at like how Nate Dogg used to hit you with the hook, put 2 other people on it or something like that, and he can collaborate and just place people almost like a DJ Khaled type thing. Right. And that's less work on me. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Cause you still getting a hit.
I'm hitting it. I'm gonna get you with a good hook right quick, and then I'm gonna put 2 people on it that I think that's gonna complement that pretty well, and make some fire music like that.
So what's your definition of a hit record? Do you think it's the hook, verse? Do you think it's the beat? Do you think it's do you think it's the artist's name on it? Do you think it's all the pieces together, or do you think or do you think it's the behind the scenes?
So I think everything you just named takes a player making a hit. You gotta have the right team behind you. First of all, you gotta have the right artists on it. The beat gotta be smacking.
Right.
So the names got to make sense.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? The hook gotta be on point.
Right. And
so everything together with that team behind you and marketing it the right way is gonna either make it viral or take off on the charts. So I think it's a combination of everything you said.
I think it's everything. It's everything except the beat don't have to be smashing no more.
Well,
and the song
I guess
doesn't have to be hard no more.
I guess so.
It's mostly if it's catchy, if it's entertaining enough.
I can agree with that.
You know what I'm saying? Because you gotta think a lot of the songs, like you wouldn't think, like all jokes aside, like Kodak, Super Gremlin, dope record. You wouldn't, if you hearing that for the first time, you wouldn't think like, oh, that's a top 100 hit. You just thinking that's just a diss record, another diss, with a hard beat to it. You know what I'm saying?
I kind of listen to music different.
You know what I'm saying? Certain records is, certain records like Super Gremlin, like you don't hear, like, what I mean by a top 100, you're not going to walk in the mall and hear Super Gremlin.
No. That's not the right
that's what I'm saying.
For it.
So
I got what you're saying.
Yeah, so it's like
going to a bookstore, you won't hear Super
songs
Gremlin.
You wouldn't think like, oh, that hit? And even though it's a dope record, but you be like, that hit? And, but then it be other records like once again, like Bruno Mars, Beyonce's, and all those, even the Megan Thee Stallions with Savage, stuff like that. Those are the songs you hear in the mall. You know,
I see what you're saying.
You know what I'm saying? So certain hits where you can hear a hit record even back in the day, y'all might heard a hit record from somebody and you be like, oh, that's a hit when you first hear it. But
it didn't matter about the names back then.
It didn't matter about the names back then, right? But it's like now, it's like people care more about the name and what the story behind it. Super Gremlin blew up on the strength of it was beef behind it between him and Jack Boy.
Okay. Then.
You know, that song was a diss record to his artist that he dropped off because his artist dissed him. So that was like Kodak response.
Oh, okay then.
So that was a diss
little context to it.
It was.
It makes sense with the lyrics. Now.
Think about it. A lot of the biggest records like that blew up. With like Super Gremlin, that was a diss record. Back to Back by Drake. It blew up so big. Why? It was a diss record on Meek. You know what I'm saying? Meek Mill did an Undertaker diss. That was Undertaker beat on Drake. That was a diss. Nas with Ether.
Yeah.
Jay-Z diss. So it's like, you hear them, you be like, well, how is that a super hit?
And we're going to talk about this.
But it be substance behind it. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I say it don't really be about the actual song quality. Because if we listen to a song without a story behind it, it's just a song. But what makes that song even more powerful if there's a story behind it. You know what I'm saying?
I got you.
Like even with that Murder on My Mind, the Melly Mel.
Yeah, that's on my playlist right there.
Murder on My Mind. But there's a backstory to that song. You know what I'm saying? The song was straight, but it blew up when people were like, oh, he killed his family, he killed his boys, he did this. Down, you know what I'm saying? Now it elevated the song. So certain songs, if it has a backstory behind it, it's going to get elevated. You know what I'm saying? More than if you just putting a record out there.
My favorite one, what's the diss Junk Against Ja with Busta Eminem?
Right.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? You know what 50 saying? On the Tupac beat. Yeah. That's my jank right there.
You know what I'm saying? But it's a diss record.
Yeah.
Ice Cube, no Vaseline.
Oh, yeah.
Diss record. So it's like, but these be one of the biggest records of all times. Like, But that was it because it has a substance behind it.
Well, I left that out then. It got to have some context
Content behind it
the story of the song.
Yeah, that too. So, that's how I be seeing with the certain thing, like even with the Robin Thicke song, with the blurred lines.
After Marvin Gaye, family sued him.
Yeah, look at all that backlash behind that. So it's like, you know, that's why the biggest people that wins off that, Kanye. He loves that drawing the lines and crossing over and because you gotta embarrass yourself in order to take that next height.
I see what you're saying.
You know what I'm saying?
It's almost like he got a skill that before he put out something.
Right.
He gonna do some outlandish type stuff, and it's gonna draw the attention, negative attention, and then he gonna come out with something and hit him hard with it. He'll come out with an album and it'd be dope.
Cause you gotta think, man, people, the object of what we do, music, business, whatever, the object is the major win is attention. Cause we all do this for attention. You know, attention, you get attention brings money, it brings popularity, it brings everything with it. So the more eyes on Big Giz, so if you got 300,000 people looking at you, how many out there 300,000 people you think gonna rock with you? Realistically.
For real?
300,000.
Shoot, can I at least get about 15,000?
Can you survive about 15,000?
I mean, if you target to them correctly, doing the marketing funnel that they teach you, you know what I'm saying? You could.
So think about it like you got 15,000, right? So say like out of 300,000 eyes on you, you got 15 solid thousand fans. Like you drop a project, they spending $10. That's 15,000.
Yeah.
That's 150,000 that you just made off 15,000 people. If you sell them $10 a piece, that's 150,000 that you'd have made off this 15,000 people out of that 300,000. So it's the numbers. It don't seem like it's a lot. 15,000. You be like, that's a lot. That's a lot of money.
That's a lot. And I don't consider myself a local artist or something like that. But if we just looking just at a regular job, it ain't too many people making no 150,000. You know what I'm saying? So it's I'm thankful right there if I could get that.
So that's why the tension is. That's why you see people when they have 3, 4, 6, 7, 8 million people looking at them. That don't mean that all 8 million people looking at them. That just mean out that 8 million, they still got a lot. They still got a few eyes on them. Because out of 8 million, you got at least 3 million people paying attention to you. Everything that you do out that 8 million. You always gotta subtract whatever you got on your social media. You can't look at that's the max number of people you got. You got 5,000 followers. You gotta look at, well, at least 1,000 people gonna rock with me.
That's it.
You know, so you just look for that 1,000 only. Because you gotta think realistically too. Unless you're doing some major shit that's popping you to the next level. You know what I'm saying? So
I'm with it, man.
So how was it like growing up with your mother being not growing up, but growing up and then because your mother she was a pastor your whole life, or she became a pastor?
Became a pastor. I think about almost 20 years. Now she's been a pastor.
Oh, that's a long time.
I mean,
28 years.
I'm 36 now.
Yeah, so you was 16 when she became a pastor. 16, 17.
Yeah, when she started getting into that kind of stuff like that, going to school for it.
So did life around kind of change a little bit?
Our life was the same, bro. She had the same mindset. She just really just went head on in on her thought process and got in her studying on it. So
you weren't.
I was raised into that kind of way of thinking. And it's messed up that I don't think like that now, but that's another story, you know.
I'm saying, cause you know, some kids that both their mothers father be tired of the church, and you know, we all heard about preacher kids.
Yeah.
They be everything but holy.
That's right.
But you know, okay, so you ain't really had to go through all those experiences and stuff like that. So you're the only kid.
Well, sure, we have my brother. He had passed away or whatever. And,
sorry to hear that.
We have my other brother, that was adopted in the family around about, I think I was about 17 or whatever. A lot of love from my brother Javier. And my dad was kind of like a father to a lot of the people in the neighborhood and stuff that I still rock with right now. So they'll come in Father's Day. He might get a lot of people pull up on him and say Happy Father's Day and just appreciate him for what he did in the neighborhood and stuff. So.
Oh, that's what's up, man. That's what's up. That's what's up. So, being with TSP, man. So, getting back to that. So, when you linked up with TSP, like, far as like, how's everything been going? Far as the movement, y'all, the music, just the, how's everything going with you, TSP?
Man, shoot, they give me the free way to be myself. Shoot, I love them boys, man. Shoot, John is my brother. You know what I'm saying? And he that's JReal, you know what I'm saying?
To my Johnny?
Yeah.
Johnny!
And, Wilo, shoot, we done been in this thing since the beginning.
It's Talented. Shout out Talented.
Now, rest in peace to my boy BZB. That's he was he passed away this year. Yeah. We miss him and whatever. He was one of our producers. And, he had a lot of insightful information.
Recipes busy.
I appreciate everything that he instilled into me and my brother John over there, because it wouldn't be John on them beats without Beezy. You know what I'm saying? His cousin like that.
Yeah, JReal. I don't know, I call him John, but JReal used to call him that. You tell me about him all the time. He used to really, really give him his recognition and props for that. And he's pretty dope producer too, man.
Yeah, he was
dope.
He was.
He cold.
He sang and everything,
he was
man.
Cold, man. He was cold.
Shoot. And he just had that mindset for it,
Yeah.
You can tell when you be around certain people, yourself, my brothers, Sound and Brilliance, Calvin and Maestro Daniel Dub South, my brother from Wasted Imagination, Brody. Shoot, they have a mindset.
Brody Hammond?
His name Guthrie Brody.
Okay.
That's his
okay. All right.
That's his last name. Yeah. But they have a mindset for entrepreneurship and music and stuff. Right. And you can tell they put the work in. All y'all. You can tell all y'all put the work in.
Right.
And I just love being around y'all because I always learn something. Even in this interview, I learned a lot.
Right. All right. So, you watch sports?
Yeah.
So you been watching the NBA? Not lately.
Not lately. I've been catching up on the recaps. The little 9-minute joints. My time is very valuable at this point. Man. So
I be catching the recaps too.
Catch recaps. You can catch all the scoring.
So what you think about the NBA this year?
Man, I'm sad, man. A little bit, man. Sure, I'm a player fan a little bit. I love LeBron.
Yeah.
And it took me a while to admit that, and I don't rock with the teams like how everybody rock with.
So we thought about the Lakers this year?
It was heartbreaking, man. It was heartbreaking, man. Shoot, they couldn't get it together and all the injuries and stuff. It was that was kind of something tough to watch. They made me want to put the phone down and turn the notifications off.
I think Lakers had a pretty rough year. I thought at least they would make the playoffs. At least.
Me too.
I don't know. I guess it's kind of hard to put Westbrook in a system where he has the ball.
Now you got to be off ball.
And now you got to be off the ball because LeBron needs the ball too.
Help.
In order for them to win, LeBron has to have the ball in his hand because he made better. Like I was telling people, Russell Westbrook is a great player.
Especially on that video game.
He's a great player.
But
he's overrated too in a lot of areas too. And I think he's been playing like this forever, but it's just the fact that when you on the Thunder, people don't really pay attention like that because y'all games ain't televised like LA, New York, Miami, you know what I'm saying? So we don't really see that many Thunder games like that. So just like a Portland, you don't really see them like that. So he had bad accuracies and percentages in Oklahoma, but he was just Russell. When you're on a sorry team and you the only one on there that had the responsibility.
I'm gonna have to say this, man. Man, I was real down on KD when he left Russell that first time, and then went over there and got with the Warriors and snuffed my boy out of two championships. You know what I'm saying? But I understand now, man.
Yeah, you understand now.
I understand now,
Yeah, you
man.
understand now.
I apologize, Katie, man.
I mean, I think he could ball. He just got low IQ when he gets excited, his IQ goes away. That's how
I'm talking about this man he missing close rim layups.
He's too excited. He got to slow down, man. He has to slow down. He got to know how he goes. So he goes 200 miles per hour. He got to know when to cut it on and off, slow it down. But he's still a great player, though, man. He's still a Hall of Famer.
Yeah, give it to him.
So, so how do you feel about today's music, as far as how today's music sounds?
I mean, it done changed, man. I was checking out some of the NewbieVeT's interviews, and I agree with one of the things that y'all had said about the music back in the day. Our parents would be like, man, that's some crap. They ain't like how our music was when we was coming up and stuff. And shoot, now here we are in that same little joint now, and we feeling the same way about the music that's coming up now. Right. But we gotta give people an opportunity to be creative and do their thing and stuff. But a lot of people getting lazy. We not going back to the live instruments. We not really collaborating on like some real good music and taking our time. We just punching in. Right. You know what I'm saying?
That's you said it right there. That's the key word, lazy.
It's laziness.
Technology. I think technology is making the world lazy. Making the world lazy.
I agree.
Technology making it where you don't have to grocery shop no more. People do it for you.
Yes, sir. I got that. Walmart shout out, baby.
They bring it to you.
I gotta pay y'all $100 a month.
They bring it to you. You really don't have to really do anything. I mean, it's Uber Eats, automations, which is cool, which is cool, but that do creates a lot of laziness, because that what makes people don't have to do certain things anymore.
You got to learn how to leverage
certain people.
You got to know how to leverage it.
Exactly.
See, what I would do is take that time that I done freed up from putting myself out there in the traffic, right, and doing things that I already know about to come to me with the Amazon and the Walmart. Right. And now it's time for me to put my mind to reading, self-educating, going out and watching different things or instilling things into my the ideology of what I want to run, how I want my household to run. Right. You know what I'm saying? Start to paint, start doing some mental type stimulation for your own self, and start loving on yourself more with this extra time. Don't waste it. You know what I'm saying? That's where the laziness come at. We get complacent.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? Facts. So that's where I'm at with it. If you can leverage all this new technology, right, you won't be like the sheep. You know what I'm saying? You'll be more like mastering your environment and mastering your mindset of your purpose of what you're trying to do. You know what I'm saying?
Big facts, big facts, big facts. I like that. Big facts.
I appreciate that.
And I like the way, like I said, I don't have an issue with the new technology. Me, it's like, cause like you said, I'm an active person. I like that. I'm a hands-on person. So, and I like to use that time for other things. I don't mind. Hey, I need this, bring it. Bring it. I see it as an assistant. Hey, I need this. Hey, bring it. But I also think I like about the new technology, it creates new jobs.
Absolutely.
But it also
takes away jobs too.
It takes away jobs, and it creates another bill. Like, for instance, even with the Walmart, when they deliver food off, you pay for delivery. Of course, you pay for the delivery.
You pay expedient joint to get there in less than 2 hours.
In less than 2 hours,
but you can pay for the whole year, or you can pay by delivery itself.
By delivery itself, yeah.
So the best thing to do is, if you like the service, pay for the whole year.
Pay for the whole year.
Stop playing.
Pay for the whole year. But they've been doing this for a few years to test it out. They're going to now watch. They're going to have complaints about people, because they already have complaints about people stealing food and stuff out the porches and stuff like that. Now they're going to add some insurance or something that you could add on.
I can see that. Amazon already got the
Amazon
call.
already got it.
Is it Assyrian?
Amazon already got it. So they're going to do that with the food. So, like I said, it's going great. It's great. Rap battle. Yeah, they was on the radio station. One-on-one, Sean J won the freestyle battle. Like, they had something on the radio. They were doing freestyle every week on the radio. Mm-hmm. And Sean J kept winning or whatever. And then Smoke got on there. and they went back and forth on there. There was a tie. They couldn't say who won. So, and they wound up coming together after that.
That's what's up.
That's crazy, ain't it?
Yeah, that's a hell of a way to meet. Y'all meet with the swords, and then you say, let's put the swords down and unite.
Yep. Eric B. Rakim, not Eric B. Rakim, but EPMD did it. Started like that.
I love Rakim, man. Rakim was my guy.
I like Rakim was the man. All right, so okay, hold on, make sure this record. Good. All right, so you do you listen to gospel music? You don't really listen to gospel music. I know your mother's a pastor, so you ain't never really got into gospel like that.
I used to play gospel music, man. I used to play for a church. I used to play drums, you know. I done played for a couple churches. I done got some opportunities to play the hand drums when I first started in high school for a small church. Shout out to Mr. Stark, Pastor J, and one of my brothers, Mr. David Goodman. Man, shoot, they kept me on the right path, made sure my mind was sharp and stuff like that.
Mr. Goodman, that dude that say no hands up? No hand ups? Oh, Rufus, okay.
Yes, it was.
Okay.
Yes, it was when we went in and did a little side work that day.
Yeah.
And I was just thankful for their time just pouring into me, you know what I'm saying? I met a lot of great people and stuff like that. It's just I don't rock with religion.
Yeah.
And I don't want to mess up nobody's paradigm of thinking or whatever.
Thank you. Facts. Okay. All right, cool, man. So before we slide off on NewbieVeT, man, how can they get in contact with you? And is there any love you like to shout out?
Oh, man, shoot. You know I got a lot of love to shout out. First off, to everybody who doubted me. Shout out to y'all. You know what I'm saying? So I appreciate y'all not rocking with me. You know what I'm saying? Because, shoot, look at me now. I'm on camera, baby. We doing what we got to do. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to my family. Shoot, the original love, you know, that instilled into me from birth. Shout out to TSP. Shout out to my original home team, Tim Tron. Even Halfman, you know what I'm saying? Josh, Calvin. Shout out to Sounds of Brilliance and Brilliant Music. Shoot, I'm going to rock with y'all pretty soon as I can get some time off of work. Shout out to my 3 jobs and making all this thing, you know, happen for me. You know, when people ask for this money, I can be able to pull it out, you know what I'm saying? Because of grind, I work every day.
So how do you balance 3 jobs?
Easy. First of all, you get a main job.
Right.
Then you get 2 jobs that work counterbalance and they work with the main job. So my first job, I work 5 days and I'm off on the weekends, right? So I was going to work either 8 hours or 16 hours every day. That's every day. It ain't no, shoot, ain't no off. You off on one job and they did what they did, but you still got to go and put on another suit.
Do you get enough sleep?
I get sleep.
You don't get enough sleep.
I don't get enough sleep.
Okay.
But during the inflation and stuff, I think this is the most perfect thing that happened. Because when my brothers, if they need something, I want to be the one they call so I can do what I need to do. If my wife needs something,
you want to be able to
I want to be the one that do it. I don't want somebody sliding in, you know what I'm saying, and taking my position of a man and doing what I'm going to sacrifice. I'm going to sacrifice and put us in position to succeed. I believe in what we doing.
Big facts. All right, let's just tap on that for a second. Okay. Certain artists, when it comes to artists, like I tell artists, you have certain artists like yourself, that and myself and JReal, a couple others. You know, you have a job and you have your career, right? All right. So you know that your career is not at the point where you could just sit off and just do music.
Absolutely.
And do whatever you want to fucking do. You can't just do that because you have responsibilities. And responsibilities, if the money you make from your music don't add up to the money you make from your responsibilities, you need a job.
That's right.
Or you need something that's going to bring in the income so you can get back to your career. Because you can't afford your career. If you can't afford your bills and your career at the same time, you need to do something else until you can get the money to afford into your career. So by you having 3 jobs, I salute you for that.
3 physical jobs.
3 physical jobs.
I also invest too.
And you invest.
You know, cryptocurrency and monthly dividends and stock and stuff like that. And anybody else who I believe in, I shoot them the bread and give them my bread back when they get on their feet. You know what I'm saying?
Right.